The government's deficit is the private sector's surplus, and they accumulate all these assets in the way of treasury bills, bonds, and notes. However, to insist that we're going to have no deficit, a balanced budget, regardless of whether the economy is prosperous or not, is folly and danger beyond degree, beyond measure. We have not had completely full employment. There has been slack, and therefore it has been possible for the deficits to stimulate the economy and create more output, more employment, and more investment. Now let me move on quickly to another issue which agitates me all the more, and that is the furor and the efforts apparently to cut Social Security in one way or another. I have a title of one of my papers, Don't Sock the Elderly, Old Age is Hard Enough. And it's not entirely personal with me. There is no reason to cut Social Security. There are two myths that go about. One, a complete nonsense, and that is the Social Security trust funds are going to run out of money, and God forbid then we won't have anything to pay people with. Now, if you want to worry about there not being enough money in the fund, and there'll be enough even by the more pessimistic so-called intermediate projection, there'll be enough for about over 30 years, put more money in the fund, allocate more. Well, I happen to be one of these people that would love to cut defense and use the resources for something I think would be better for the American people. But that's hardly an argument to cut defense, and the fact that there isn't enough money, presumably, that the accountants have put into this fund is no reason to cut Social Security. I should add, the elderly are not having it all that well. It's true that their poverty rate is now no higher than that of the total population. It is actually higher than that of the adult population. The children are in terrible shape relatively in terms of poverty. That's a scandal in itself. Well, that is, of course, the aging population, and it turns out that that aging of the population is not going to add a burden anywhere near as great as the increased output that we can expect from growth. So there's no reason to cut Social Security on that basis either. I had some choice remarks on taxes, but I gather I'm supposed to be quiet on that. Okay.
Thanks very much, Bob Eisner.